Aloha! I'm Eric Anderson, pastor of Church of the Holy Cross, United Church of Christ in Hilo, Hawaii. And here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking about the conversation between Jesus and a woman at a well in Samaria, described in the 4th chapter of John's Gospel. You're probably familiar with the story. There's a certain amount of back and forth between the two of them to start, with Jesus asking for a drink and then offering a drink of living water. Living water was the water of a flowing stream rather than water that was recovered from a dug well. Of course, she doesn't see anything of the kind. Jesus then tells her that the water that he offers, well, nobody will be thirsty if they drink of it. And she, somewhat, I think, in jest and somewhat, I think, in hope, asks him to share that water with her so that she doesn't have to come out to this well, lower the rope deep down, and then carry that water back to her home. I'm sure that part of what was on her mind was a metaphorical water. I don't think it took her terribly long to catch up with the notion that Jesus was a teacher, a religious leader, even a prophet. And so her request for this living water, for this water that flowed, for this water that brought life, well, I think it was a question asked maybe without a lot of hope in having a brook near her home, but I think it was a question asked in hopes of something that would restore her spirit, that would help her recover her sense of God's presence and blessing, something that would make her feel less alone. It is that thirst that is so important in the life of faith. Even though, as I firmly believe, God comes to us first. God's grace is always first. Nevertheless, it is our thirst that helps us to understand God's presence with us, that helps us to perceive it, that helps us to receive it. It is our thirst that helps us to realize that the living water is there to satisfy our thirsty souls. That's what I'm thinking. I'm curious to hear what you're thinking. So send me an email or leave me your thoughts in the comments section below. I'd love to hear from you. From Church of the Holy Cross, UCC in Hilo, Hawaii, that's what I'm thinking.